Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, the podcast where we dive deep into the fascinating world of Iran, its culture, history, and everything in between. I'm your host, Wen Tao, and today we're going to embark on a journey to understand how the economy and Islam are intertwined in the beautiful and complex country of Iran. So grab your tea, sit back, and let's get started. Let's kick things off with a little background, shall we? Iran, the land of poets, carpets, and of course pistachios, had a major shake-up back in 1979 with the Islamic Revolution. Imagine if your favorite rock band suddenly decided to play only classical music. That's how big of a change it was. This revolution brought an Islamic government to power and turned the country's economy on its head. Now, Islam has some pretty strong opinions about money. You see, the Quran isn't just a holy book, it's also kind of an ancient financial guide. And it has 3 big rules. No interest on loans, charity is mandatory, and trade should be fair. So, let's break it down. First up, we have the concept of zakat. Think of it as a religious tax or charity. Muslims are required to give away a portion of their wealth to help those in need. It's like a spiritual Robin Hood situation, except instead of stealing from the rich, you're just encouraging them to be a bit less Scrooge-like. In Iran, this has meant the establishment of numerous charitable organizations known as bonyads that control a significant portion of the economy and do everything from running hospitals to building roads. Next, we've got riba. This is a fancy Arabic word for interest, and in Islamic finance, it's a big no-no. Imagine walking into a bank and asking for a loan without having to pay any interest. Sounds like a dream, right? In Iran, this principle has led to the development of interest-free banking. Instead of charging interest, banks make money through profit-sharing schemes. It's like investing in a business rather than loaning it money. Pretty cool, huh? And then there's halal trade. It's not just about food, folks. Halal trade means that all business transactions should be fair, transparent, and ethical. In Iran, this influences everything from how markets operate to how contracts are written. It's kind of like having a cosmic referee, making sure everyone plays nice. Now, let's talk about something a bit more explosive. International sanctions. Over the years, Iran has faced a boatload of sanctions, mainly because of its nuclear program. These sanctions have seriously impacted Iran's economy, cutting off its oil exports and limiting its access to international markets. But here's the twist. Iran has used Islamic principles to bounce back and stay resilient. It's like watching a boxer get knocked down but refuse to stay down. Inspirational, right? Speaking of resilience, did you know that during the tough years, Iran has managed to diversify its economy? Sure, oil is still king, but they've also been investing in other sectors like agriculture, manufacturing, and tech. And all this is guided by Islamic values, making sure that even when the going gets tough, the tough keep it halal. Alright, now let's get into the nitty-gritty of politics and social welfare. Iran's government has a huge role in the economy, often acting like a helicopter parent, always hovering and ready to step in. This has meant lots of subsidies and social programs designed to help the less fortunate, again inspired by Islamic principles. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Political stability in Iran is a bit like balancing on a seesaw. One wrong move and everything could topple. Let's sprinkle in some fun facts now. Did you know that despite all the challenges, Iran has a pretty robust middle class? During Mahmoud Ahmadinejad's presidency, billions of oil dollars were showered on the poor, which led to a ballooning middle class. Imagine that. A middle class growing despite all the economic sanctions. It's like planting a garden in the desert and seeing it bloom. Education has also been a game changer. Iran's education system has expanded massively, with universities popping up like mushrooms after rain. This rise in education levels has fueled a hunger for information and independent thinking. It's a bit like a classroom rebellion, with students demanding more from their government and society. In the political arena, we've seen some fascinating developments too. The current president, Hassan Rouhani, is seen as a moderate, a breath of fresh air compared to his hardline predecessors. His government is filled with pragmatic technocrats who are trying to steer the country towards more freedom and better international relations. It's like watching a tightrope walker trying to balance between tradition and modernity. So, to wrap things up, Iran's economy is a complex tapestry woven with threads of Islamic principles, political maneuvering, and resilience in the face of adversity. It's a story of survival, adaptation, and hope. And while the future might hold challenges, the past shows us that Iran has a remarkable ability to navigate through storms and emerge stronger. But let's not forget the everyday Iranians who bring this tapestry to life. Despite the challenges, the spirit of innovation and entrepreneurship thrives. From bustling bazaars filled with artisans to high-tech startups in Tehran, the drive to create and succeed is palpable. It's like watching a garden grow through the cracks in the pavement. No matter the obstacles, life finds a way. And it's this indomitable spirit that keeps the country moving forward, blending ancient traditions with modern aspirations. Lastly, it's important to acknowledge the role of global dynamics. As Iran continues to engage with the international community, the interplay between global economic policies and Islamic principles will shape its path. The ongoing negotiations, partnerships, and economic reforms are not just about survival, but about carving out a place for Iran in the global economy. So stay tuned, because the story of Iran's economic journey is far from over. It's a tale of resilience, faith, and the relentless pursuit of progress. Thank you for tuning in to Exploring Iran. I hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the economy's relationship with Islam in Iran. If you liked this episode, don't forget to subscribe, share, and leave a review. Until next time, keep exploring and stay curious. And that's a wrap. Have a great day, everyone.